Corn Queens and Gentle Xenos. Coming to you live from Rick Priestley's palatial mansion. This is the #1 Xenos shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. And here is your host, Mr. Ping.
Hello and welcome to this, the internet's #1 Xenos shit show, the Creature Conference. I'm your host, Mr. Pink, otherwise known as Modern Synthesist, and I'm joined this evening by two chums of mine, Hydra. Say hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. And Flynnhammer.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you both for making the time this evening, and thank you to all the folks out there in YouTube live streaming land who are joining us. Taking a look into my magical mirror, I see Peter Luocala, who said first. I have never seen Peter Luocala before, so thanks for joining us. Dan Kaplinger, old-time buddy. Great on 995, another old-time buddy, hello. And Randall Duncan. I don't know if we've had Randall Duncan here before. Welcome, Randall Duncan, if this is your first time. And yes, this is our bi-weekly, I don't know, hobby stream where we talk about all kinds of stuff. But tonight we're going to be doing something special because we just wrapped up Junestealer, which is the celebration of all things Junestealer in June. And Flynnhammer has gone through the hard work of wrangling all of us stream host monkeys and getting us to vote on entries for this year. And we're going to be going through those. And then after that, Hydra is going to be showing us something really cool. I always call it the wrong thing. Going to be showing us something called Threnodyssey. I can't remember. I think I want to call it like Threnodyssey or something, but that's not the thing. So Thran is an indie game that I don't actually know that much about. So I'm going to be waiting for Hydra to explain it to me just like the rest of you. Because Hydra is our resident indie game expert. He's always... I feel like you're always finding a new game, like every other week. So this could be a reoccurring segment. So actually, you know what? If this becomes a reoccurring segment, I'm going to hire this dude who did this cool intro, pixel art, to make you an intro for your recurring Hobby Outside Games Workshop segment. Because this is too cool.
That would be fancy.
Anyway, jumping ahead. Oh, I should have pulled up the Junestealer card. Oh well. Gone and spoiled things already. But anyway, yeah, so why don't we start off by talking about like what we've been up to in our hobby lives this past week. Is there someone who wants to start?
Flynn? I don't know. Flynn, go ahead.
So I've not really done much at all. But what I have done is not really much. It's just mainly just taking the kind of bit like a little bit of time off, but it was what I've really done is just like little bits of stuff here and there, just like snipping stuff off sprues, just like organization and posting something I didn't think would get as much traction as it did. I don't know what it is with people liking Nautids or weird stuff with psychophage conversions, but people seem to like them.
Which is good.
I just don't know what people want anymore. I thought, this is not going to do that well. And it's just beating everything I've done for the last 2 months.
Well, I don't see a reason to complain there.
It's just like, I don't know what people want anymore.
Well, my advice is give a fuck and do what you want. Do what you want. Do what you want. Do what you... Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, got called away for a second.
It's just ironic. It's like something I'm like, that's not going to do that much on. Just does a lot better.
Flynn is complaining about why Instagram is shit.
Oh, because Facebook wants all your money.
No, you don't know what people are gonna like. I put something out. I thought, okay, it's not going to be massive, and then it's like that's just gone massive a lot.
I don't know.
Compared to my other posts recently, it's just
I think
don't know what's going to take the algorithm.
If you try and predict Instagram, you're just going to lose your mind. And you should just make what you want to make, and you should never look at the numbers. That's what I do.
Exactamento.
My problem
Because
is that now I'm trying to do more with YouTube, and I'm actually looking at the numbers on YouTube, so that's gonna
Oh.
be. I gotta get over that. Sorry,
Bom, bom, bom.
Simon, did you want to go into your hobby stuff?
Yes. I am knee deep into the thing that we'll be talking about later.
Oh, this is for
Threnodyssey.
Threnodyssey.
Sorry?
What you're working on right now is for Thran Odyssey?
Exactly, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so I did lots of that, and because it's summer here, sometimes at least, we sometimes have because we're not going on vacation this year, we're not going anywhere. We decided to buy a pool.
Yeah.
So the kids don't miss the sea too much. And when the heat comes, they can go somewhere to cool down. And that the idea is working pretty well so far. The only thing is that it's not the only thing. The thing is that I can sit while they are jumping in the pool, because they're kind of old enough to, at least me not having to look at them all the time. So I can look at something else for a few minutes. And so I enjoyed some open air sculpting, because the indie miniature makers thing, dude. There's a Discord about people who just sculpt stuff, and for tabletop, and they had this challenge called Rock Folk Challenge.
Yep.
Where people sculpt faces on rocks, and I enjoyed loads of that. Just sitting in the shade, the kids were playing, and I was just slamming putty onto a stone, trying to make a face. Yeah, that was me. Oh, and I dove a little bit into nail art, because Thran Odyssey, a reoccurring theme tonight, has got me kind of back into doing science fiction terrain things, and I don't want to buy expensive kits, because I feel like I have so much shit lying around in the basement, and I should work on that first. And to make things look at least a little bit science fictional, rivets are always a good idea. And so I stuck to Gardens of Hecate's wonderful tutorial on how to do rivets with buying nail art gems and gluing them on stuff. And
cool.
That's working way too good.
Awesome.
That's shitload of fun.
Cool.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm fully fledged into all segments of the hobby.
Good. That's awesome.
I'm building terrain, building miniatures, hopefully playing games. Oh, and I played Necropolis last week. That was great as well.
Oh yeah, I saw you posted about that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm really excited for that thing you're making. I know you're not making a Tyranid, you're just like ripping off Tyranid bits, but it's looking interesting already.
Let's hope it stays that way. I'm trying to do the totally not panicking approach. Not worrying too much about details and all that. Trying to get the shape right, and just using baking soda for every gap that shows up.
Using baking soda and super glue for every gap that shows up is really one of the fastest ways to hobby. we've talked about it on stream before, but it like if you're like, I want to slap a bunch of bits together, I want to convert this thing. I'm not too worried about needing to pin it. I'm not too worried about it like having to fall apart, structural integrity or whatever. Just get baking soda and just like pour super glue into a joint, pour some baking soda on it because it works wonders.
Yep.
I'll try and show you what I mean.
Baking soda and super glue, but for
Sorry,
bigger things,
sodium bicarbonate if you're fancy.
I raise you for a bigger model.
You raise me what?
I raise you because I go with a glue gun for bigger ones. And I know the Warsinger would agree on it.
Yeah, Warsinger would agree on it, but like I prefer the super glue baking soda thing. You don't have to like power up a glue gun. Anyway, here, I'm gonna show you where the heck is it? So talking about sodium of bicarbonate and super glue, if you've not caught this on the stream before, because this is a good tip that everyone needs, so if you've heard it before, bear with. But this is a Norn emissary leg that I'm embiggening, and when I did the embiggening, I put plastic hard sheet styrene tubes through the middle of it because it's hollow to extend it, and then I had the sheet styrene tubes sticking up here, and I wanted to put a pin in them, and I put some like epoxy sculpt in there, or sorry, epoxy clay in there to make it something for the pin to go into, but I didn't feel too confident about it, so I just globbed on a bunch of super glue and then piled on a bunch of bicarbonate of soda. Is that what we call it?
Bicarb.
I put carbonite in there. I got Han Solo. I stole his carbonite. I shoved it in there. And it makes this like super hard layer that just like it bulks and it sets almost immediately. It is so good. So that's what that is. And like I did a lot of like if you look in here, I'd cut the torso and I glued the back onto the, because I'd removed just part of it or something. This is all bicarbonate of soda, baking soda, and glue. Same in here. And it's literally because there wasn't a perfect fit between the joints, so I just needed something to fill it real quick and get real hard. And then down here, we got it for this leg as well. It's not as sturdy as a pin, but it's pretty sturdy enough as long as you're not putting a lot of stress on the model. Anyway,
the other benefit there is that if you put super glue on an armature that you want to sculpt on, and you sprinkle some of that wonderful baking soda on top of it, you will get something that's very rough. It's a very rough surface, and so your putty will easily stick to it.
Nice. Yeah, it's really cool on giant models. And the pieces don't exactly fit together. All right, my thing. Oh, and apparently Peter Luokala is Chad40K, who joined the Discord recently. Chad40K, who you may know from his awesome Junestealer cult conversions using Skaven legs, which is so smart. I wish I'd thought of it, but I did not. So I'm going to steal his idea. So welcome, Chad40K. Oh, and Karanid is here. Oh, quiero, like a frog. Hello, longtime lurker. Happy to catch a bit of this stuff live. Big fan of sculpting work of everyone featured on the live stream. There you go. Thanks, Karanid. How do you like that, Flinthammer? How do you like that, Hydra? We got a fan.
Oh,
yay!
Goes down smoothly.
Thanks for joining us. What I've been working on is I've been working to finish this sexy number right here, who is you may have heard of them but never seen them because they have no models. This is meant to be a Nicasar. I reached out to Phil Kelly to ask how to pronounce it. I don't know if I'm going to hear back from him, but yeah, it's a race of, they're supposed to be pancake bears. They hang out with the Tau. The only model that we ever got for them was a ship for Battlefleet Gothic. So my good buddy Bill Ford, otherwise known as the Ruin, is it Ruin 501? I can't remember.
Yeah. The Ruin 501.
The Ruin 501. Very generous, kind Ink 28 dude. He is hosting an event in collaboration with, between the Bolter and me, the Wire brothers, in November in Houston for the Wire Brothers Vestarian setting for Inc. 28, and for Bill's blah 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 warband, he wanted a bunch of different aliens, so he asked me to create a Nicasar for him. So this dude is, oh, it's a little too close. This dude's meant to be levitating, because, you know, weird I didn't go full pancake bear. I went more skinny and long-limbed because that was the brief that Bill gave me. And he turned out pretty cool. This is my first time really sculpting fur. Yeah, I used like bloodletter bits, Kroot bits. I used a head from a God, what are those things from Blackstone Fortress with the 4 nostrils? I can't remember. Urgul's, thank you. Got all kinds of bits in here. He's got like a kind of like levitation jetpack thing going on. Got some robes dragging behind him to hide the pin that he's levitating on. So I'm pretty happy with how he came out. So tonight I got to sculpt his little paw pad onto his hand, and then he's pretty much going to be done and going to Bill. But the exciting part is that it'll be going to Bill, and then it'll be going to the Phoenician. Do you guys know the Phoenician? He's kind of famous for like doing Mordheim models.
Yes.
Is it just Phoenician? What's his handle? Lynn, do you know the Phoenician?
It's the Phoenician.
Right now.
It's the underline
T-H-E-P-H, yeah, T-H-E underline P-H-O-E-N-I blah blah. So he's gonna be Phoenician's gonna be painting it. So that's pretty cool. I think he goes by Jimmy something.
Jimmy.
So I was working on this guy this week, but I was also doing video work with, thank you, Flynn Hammer. That's perfect. So Flynn Hammer put the URL for the Phoenician's Instagram profile in the chat. Oh, Flynn, can you also message that to me on Discord in like our planning channel, just so I remember to put the stuff in the description?
Europe or just general?
Synapse or whatever it is.
Synapse. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and in addition to doing some actual sculpting work on this guy, I've also been doing some video work with Mausoleum, the artist formerly known as Dwarfenage, to finish off a long-suffering video that him and I have been working on since like October of last year, which was all about converting Genestealers from the new Genestealer kit. I had received the Genestealer kit from Thanos Workshop, and I was going to do an unboxing and a conversion tutorial, and then both me and Mausoleum had all kinds of life stuff come up. But we finally finished it, and it's actually doing extremely well. It's kind of ridiculous. Like
the video is doing well.
Yeah, like my videos, because my channel's not huge. I've got like 8,000 something subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe now, because I definitely need you. Yeah, so I don't have a ton of subscribers, but
you can also like this bullshit and subscribe, because then you can
don't call it bullshit if you want them to like it. They're not gonna like it if you call it bullshit. If you want to like this phenomenally exceptional video content, please like this stream, and please leave a comment, and please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Anyone who's in the chat, we know you've already subscribed, so thank you very much.
But you can also like this.
Yeah, you can also like it.
Wonderful piece of entertainment.
I always forget to like videos. Like some people, if you ever get annoyed with content creators being like, please like and subscribe, and you're one of those people who's like, duh, I know how to do that. I do that all the time. I always forget. So thanks for the reminder, Hydra, until Diana shows up in the chat. But anyway, like this new video on Genestealers, it's been out for about 3 days, and it's already got like 5.4 thousand views or 5.7 or something, which is huge for me. I think the most I've got on a video recently is my like sculpting Tyrannid Carapace video, which has like 7.9 thousand. So I'm chuffed. I'm chuffed to bits. I'm glad that it's resonating with people. I think it's just the Pokemon style title card I put on it. Mausoleum thinks it's the fleeky clickbaity name, but
who cares?
Anyway, it was a lot of work to make it, so I'm very glad that people seem to be enjoying it. And it is the case that I'm trying to do more video editing. For a long time, I wasn't doing any video editing. I'd hired Mausoleum to help me with it, and he had time for it, but he doesn't have as much time for it anymore, so I'm going to be taking more of it on myself. So I've been experimenting with... What's that?
Okay, so you're back to doing it yourself.
Yeah. I have a buddy here in Toronto who can help me with some videos, but he's like a professional editor and he doesn't have a ton of time, and his time is very valuable. So I'm going to try and do more of it myself.
Cool.
And the goal will be to not let perfect get in the way of good. I think maybe I think too hard, try too hard, and it slows me down.
Good.
I've been seeing the shorts just on my YouTube homepage.
Yeah,
well
so I've been
shelf.
messing around with shorts more because shorts are easy to make, and it feels good to make a video. Like I can do a short in like an hour or two, which is a big boost. This is gonna be more whatever. It's a big boost to me, like morally, to get that out. And I just like tried experimenting with them with the Thin Man stuff, but I've got another short that's coming out. Oh shit, I guess I should talk about that. Wait, let me finish this. I got another short that'll be coming out next week about how peanut butter and jam sandwiches make you a better sculptor.
Ooh, that's a tease.
There's a tease. So you can look forward to that. I'm going to try and get a short video out every week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep this up, but that's my goal. And then to get longer videos out interspersed in between them. Oh, here's a question for folks here. For my next longer video, I have one where I'm doing like a kind of a profile of a local, friendly local gaming store near me that has been cited as by Guillermo del Toro as one of the greatest hobby shops in North America and maybe the world. So I can do a video on that, or I can finish like a video on basing, like doing like urban bases, or like getting basing done quick. Do people in the chat have a preference? What you'd rather see? A video on getting quick and dirty urban bases, or a video on a friendly local gaming store here in Toronto? I know it's not super useful for people who don't live in Toronto, but I'm a nerd who really likes exploring different hobby shops. So I'm just going to make some stuff that makes me interested.
I'm going to go with the jugs approach. Do what you want to do more.
Oh, the jugs approach. I like it. Wait, there was something that I was going to cite from Jugs that inspired me lately, and I can't remember what it is. Thanks, Flynn. Yeah, and then I guess the other thing that I did since our last time speaking together was I finished The Thin Man, which was the Junestealer Cult Patriarch commission for High Fleet Moloch to thank him for buying Hydra's Junestealer Cult Fishmen off of him, so I can take those to the Visterion event. Yeah, and that I really want to thank Hydra for kicking my ass to get that thing done, because your drive to finish your Patriarch, the Fat Man, really got me moving on the Thin Man. So thanks.
Yes, nice. Good. You're welcome.
And it's now, so it's finished, and it's now been officially shipped off to High Fleet Moloch, so that will be arriving there within the next week. And
that's quick.
Well, because he paid a what's the word for it? Non-inconsiderable, he paid a decent amount of money for your cultists.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that his investment was protected. So I declared the value of it to be the value that he paid for your cultists. And then the Canadian Post Office is like, yeah, you need to pay for express shipping if you're going to declare that much value. I'm like, okay, cool. So I had to pay for express shipping. So he has got a first-class ticket to Europe.
Good. Let's keep our claws crossed that the customs won't find him.
They're going to. They hate Marco. Everything he tells us is how much customs hates him.
When I've sent him stuff, he didn't get caught out with me in customs.
Yeah, it's because you're coming from UK. Maybe it's different. You see Canada, they're like, oh, that's going to be expensive.
I think I just went dirt cheap on it because I'm like, I've got loads of this stuff.
I do not have another Thin Man, and people have been very positive about the Thin Man. Apparently people love it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to have to remake it. I
Oh,
want to be
yeah.
able to give him back his money if anything happens to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Pulling up a reference image for a bear paw, because I don't know what they're supposed to look like.
I'm just going to quickly swing through the chat.
Thank you. Perfect.
So, Coronid says, I'm going to pronounce it wrong though. Nicasar are lovely. Minor Xenos deserve lots of love. Great to see it. And they
Agreed.
say, love the scent pit faux eyes on the Thin Man.
Yeah, that you went with the ears as
Yes.
the scent pits. That's so great.
Yes. I'm glad you appreciate that, because when I thought about it, I was like, because I didn't want to just like put eyes on it. I wanted to be scary and weird and creepy and look like something like undersea or subterranean. And
So good.
I feel like it went pretty well when I did kind of different sensory organs on the gun beast that I did for Moloch. So yeah, I don't know. I had this crazy idea. I'm like, wait, what if I took the thing's ears off and I turned them around and turned them into these massive, I don't know if they're scent pits or if they're like some kind of like listening organs, but there's something horrible.
Well, while we're talking about that,
Yeah.
I just wanted to compliment you as well on the great job you did with the video for it. I felt that was like the distortion and the green and all that, plus the voice. That was really, really creepy.
Well, this is the
That
lore
really-
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That is another thing that was an experiment that I feel kind of silly, because I know that lore is popular on YouTube. People like lore videos. I can write lore in my sleep. Like it just kind of comes. I don't know if I write good lore, but I can write some kind of lore. It comes to me naturally. Like I used to write lore for Moloch's website back in the day.
Yep.
And yeah, I had the idea because I had the 360 video of the Thin Man that I wanted to show people, but I didn't want to just like put up a 360 video with like music in the background. I was like, can I do something more? Oh, not on camera. Can I do something more interesting with this? So yeah, it just like, I was like, well, what if I like, because I tried to write some lore when I posted the pictures of it on Instagram. I was like, well, why don't I just narrate it with this?
Yeah. As you did already so well on the Frostgrave weekend.
Yeah, I just feel like I needed to make a better video for that, because like the video of me talking is not that exciting.
Well,
But
still
yeah,
have the
yeah.
third.
Maybe
think
that's what
the-
inspired me. Thank you for getting me to do those lore videos for the Frostgrave weekend.
Well, just ask you to read it. you turned it into video art.
Well, I needed to do a good job for you. Hold on. Apparently, I want to sculpt over here, so I'm going to move the camera. Oh.
Gosh,
Ooh.
this is so much fun.
Oh, dude, I love it.
This is before stream started, I took a stroll through my bits box.
Mm-hmm.
And open up all the boxes and just took whatever felt right.
That's the way to go.
And that's for right now. Like these arms I'm putting on here right now.
Yep.
Have been with me for over a decade or
The
something.
robot arms?
Yeah.
Are they Dust?
Sorry?
Are they from that Dust game?
No, the metal ones I just put on are from Necrons.
Oh, sorry. I was
mod.
looking at the legs. I thought you meant that they were like arms from some other kit.
No, the legs are from that's the pre dust was what was it?
Not conflict.
80 30 43.
You know, that's what I meant when I said Dust.
I think that's what everyone means when they say dust.
Hold on a sec.
Because it was so good.
Hello? Sorry, I just got to take a call from Nora. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Yeah. This is, I feel a little bit like one of the great ones, you know. What's her face? Here. Miscast. Any of those dudes who just take whatever they feel like from toys or whatever. Just slap it on.
I had thought about people like Miscast for when you do the next solstice one, like seeing if they would be interested as well.
Give me a second. My wife just called.
That's right. Yeah. Chat. It is just me left alone. What shall I do?
All right, I'm back. Stop taking over the stream. Stop destroying the stream.
You've saved me. If you left him alone for 2 seconds.
Oh, I'm sure you could have figured it out. Thank you for carrying the stream, Flynn, for 2 seconds, apparently. Yeah, AT-43 or whatever that Simon was talking about, that's what I meant when I said dust. But that was an interesting... I think that was by the people who made... Simon, was AT whatever by the people who made Conflict? Do you remember?
Sorry?
Was it Rackham who made...
Yeah. No. It was this one-man show. He lived in the US, but did... No. Yeah, I think it was Rackham. You're right. The Dust was by Pablo Miniatures or something like that. Like a Italian-sounding name from a North American dude.
Okay.
But I think it was Rackham. Rackham trying to get back into the game with the AT-43.
Yeah.
And they had these pre-painted miniatures.
Yeah. So that's what those legs are from?
Yes.
Nice. I knew you're a big proponent of that stuff, so I was wondering if it was from that. I was always jealous that you bought more of those miniatures because I wanted to and I didn't. It was like, they'll be around, and then they were gone.
Finally I found some on a flea market in Hamburg.
Cool.
Start of this year, but I felt like, okay, I wanted them all instantly. And then I said, well, maybe not all of them, maybe not now.
Yeah.
So I just bought a couple just to have them and not to be sorry afterwards.
FOMO is strong.
Yep.
Cool.
I want to use this massive thing here on it and make it ridiculously large.
I'm glad that you're going through your bits box and using the bits that you love. That's like one of the greatest tips. I've said this before, but that's one of the greatest tips I ever got from Weirding's Way. That if you have like favorite bits that you're saving, you're wasting them, because like you should be using them on models. You should be getting them out into the world. You're not going to do anything great sitting in your bits box drawer. So I'm glad you're using those bits.
Use the bits.
Yeah.
Shall we start with Junestealer?
Yes, good point. Thank you for the reminder.
Because to be honest, I'm a little tired.
Oh, smart. Okay. We should get moving. Lynn, was there anything else that you wanted to highlight from the chat?
So the only bit I was going to say was Radon earlier was he voted for the hobby shop.
Oh, nice. Oh, thanks for your vote. Yeah, I asked that question, and then I should have put up an actual poll. We have the technology.
Yeah, we could do that actually.
We have the technology.
Use more stuff from the chat. We can
start
have
a
more
poll. Mr. Pink's next hobby shop tour. And dirty urban. All right, start poll. Go.
And just a quick question that has come through
Yeah, go ahead.
from I've got to wait for the poll to go off it. Currented says a random question, but how does everyone here feel about asymmetrical gills on Tyranid chimneys? They've double checked, triple checked, and quad checked, and they're pretty sure that on the modern zoanthropes, it has a different number and size of the gills on the chimneys.
Oh, it does?
No, so when they were converting their Eurothrope.
Did not know that.
So the vents. Yeah. To be honest,
No one's gonna look that close.
exactly. And
Yeah.
The gold
I
one.
typically see it's like one on one side, two on the other. The outside's got two, and the inner side's got one gill. I don't even bother to paint the gill on the chimneys, the vents on the chimneys, as like
Linham.
separately. I just have it as part of the chitin, chitin, whatever.
Linhammer. You should bills, man.
Oh,
Well, we are happy that he's painting at all, right?
True. That's true. Good point. Sick burn, Hydra. Sick burn. Oh, frig.
On the flesh they get painted. On the chimneys they don't, because I see it as like it's a little gap to the chimney.
So I have a pet peeve that when people don't paint their gills on their Tyranids, I lose respect for them. Like, come on.
Oh, then you definitely should lose respect for these pals.
Oh, they're not painted.
No.
Dang. I don't have mine yet. Everyone got theirs. My store still hasn't gotten them. I'm disappointed.
Oh. You went with the store?
I went with my local. The one that I'm going to do this hobby, this tour thing video on. Wheels and Wings Hobbies here on the Danforth. They have Joy Toy, so I got it from them. But I guess everyone else ordered them direct from Joy Toy.
Yeah.
Is that where you got yours?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was cheap. They had like a deal on at the time as well to get it cheaper. So, and there was no postage cost either.
What was that, Flynn? What was the second one? Second bit?
No postage. It was free
No postage was included. Okay.
So,
well, I decided to support a local business, so there.
Ooh, look at you.
Ooh.
Fancy schmancy.
That's fancy rich man McGee.
Mr. Money Trousers over here.
Yes.
Buying organic, locally sourced plastic termagants.
Locally sourced biomass.
Locally sourced biomass. It's 100. It's what is that thing? 100 mile, 100 kilometer. Supposed to get your food within 100 kilometers or whatever. It's 100 kilometer sourced biomass. Anyway, whatever.
Okay. Junestealer.
Do it. Right. So I have the first thing. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the different categories, and we're going to go over the different winners for the categories. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 categories, and then an overall category. So the first category is conversions. Next is painted. Next is artwork. And then theme. Our theme for this year is Junestealers on the Move. We'll talk about that again. And then the final category is best overall. So first up, what I did is I pulled up the Flinhammer normally is our friend who handles the streaming of the screen to show this kind of stuff. But Flinhammer's internet is potatoes right now. So I've got it up, so I'm trying to sculpt and do this, so I'm sure it's going to be super efficient.
Oh.
I could do this. I could do the parade. Next slide, please.
That works. Yeah, so first up, we have third place here. Been on the screen the whole time. You didn't even know. Flinhammer, who's that?
But that is Cry for Paint.
Yes.
With their Kit Bash Sanctus. So the judges for this.
Flynn, are you far from your mic? I feel like you got quiet. I don't know if that's.
Yes. So the judges for this were.
That's better.
The stream hosts. So from the Creature Conference as well as Work in Progress Wednesday/Thursday streams. And I
Wednesday streams.
Wednesdays. And I basically was like, at the final say, if there was something that was a bit too tight, I just made the deciding vote when calculating all the votes together.
Cheeky bugger.
So we've got
Oh, cheating!
what's cheating? I didn't enter anything for myself this year.
Yes, to be clear, the stream hosts are not supposed to win. So
Yeah.
Flynn Hammer has entered before, and I've been like, Flynn, you can't win. Get out of here.
So I take part, but I can't enter.
Good. Yeah. As do I. Thin Man was technically my Junestealer piece.
And for once, you got one sort of in time.
I did. Yeah. It's a first for me.
I'm still waiting
Anyway.
for that giant to be completed.
So Cry for Paint entered this really cool Sanctus. So we awarded it 3rd place for best conversion. Congratulations, Cry for Paint. Thank you for participating in Junestealer. Well, I should get some more angles on this. Oh, are you able to put the links in the chat, Lynn, as we go through them?
Yeah, I can't.
So this is a Death Cult Assassin, and Cry for Pain has added an extra arm there, which is, I think we talked about this on a stream. I think we featured this. Which is very challenging to make 3 arms work on a model that's not supposed to have 3 arms. So this is really cool.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
We actually featured it on. It was featured on the last stream, which makes it funnier.
Yeah, very recently. Hydra, did you have anything you wanted to say about this, or?
No, I absolutely agree with the 3 arms.
And I like the little extra gribbets that were put on there. That's really cool touch. Yeah, great work. All right, next up, we've got I'm going to close them so that we don't get confused. Hal Sobek with their Void Bodyguards for their Navigator-themed Magos, converted from Imperial Navy Breachers. Flynn, you want to say something about these?
Sobek had done quite a few different entries as well, but it was just, think, the guys liked the way they'd taken the new Navy Breachers and just made them more cultists, and I think that their idea behind it as well, everyone did gel with more, but because it just shows, for one of them, it is just a simple head swap, really works, which sometimes is all you need for a Genestealer cult. And other bits is like he's going the extra arm and everything else into it, so it's shows quite a bit of different elements to converting Genestealers as well as being on theme.
Nice. Congratulations, Hal Sobek. Yeah,
yes.
these Breachers, I didn't like the original models, but I like them a little more like this. Hydra?
Yep. Agreed.
Right. And so that's 2nd place in Best Converted. And 1st place for Best Converted is... Two-Headed Minis! Flynn?
Yeah, so again, one we featured last week, but we just really like the whole idea behind it. The whole just I still can't place what the main body is to it. We know the top part is a Neurogon.
It looks like some kind of ghosty. If you look at the other side, it's got the like tattered ghosty cloak.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Haunt? What are they called? Night Haunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's... I don't know. It could be Nurgle as well.
Yes, you're right.
It's the staff as well, which just definitely looks more like for me, like a spacefaring Magus.
Yeah, it's perfect. It has, I think, the perfect amount of fantasy elements that you need for something to be 40k, and science fiction turned alien gribbliness.
Yeah, I loved it. I lost my mind for it when we featured it on the stream last time we streamed together. and I am still in love with it. I love the use of the Neurogaunt hive node or whatever for the head part, and with the claw included still, and then like that cool staff with the arm, and yeah, all the stuff that you folks already highlighted. I'm very glad that this one came in first for conversion because it's great, and a lot of green stuff
So-
from Cure.
I do like it. Kerenid has also picked up what we picked up on it last week. So
Which is,
the Dark Crystal vibes with the Skeksis.
yeah, it's got some strong Skeksis vibes, that's for sure. And I love me some Freaky Bird Boys from Dark Crystal.
Oh,
Basically, I
yeah.
love me some anything Jim Henson.
I'm sorry. I just
Go
need
ahead.
to go and help my wife.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 5 minutes.
All right, see you then.
So in the meantime, then,
Yeah.
Special mention on conversions for.
Wait. I want to save that till after the painted.
Oh, fair enough. Oh yeah, 'cause it does really blend.
Yeah, so
into
it kind of goes in both.
Yeah, it's only because I was just going by what list I had from earlier.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I wanted to mention that to you, and I didn't remember to mention it to you right now. Okay, so that is it for conversions. Congratulations to Cry for Paint, Air Sobek, and Two-Headed Minis for making these awesome miniatures. We love them. Okay, next up, we're going to move on to the painted category. And in third place for the painted category, we have Dave Taylor Miniatures, who should be, I don't know, if you're old like me, you should know Dave Taylor Miniatures very well, because Dave used to have a blog where he posted all kinds of really cool conversions back when blogs were a thing. That's how old we are. Yeah, so it was really thrilled to see Dave participate in Junestealer. Also thrilled to see Dave take on a Benefactus, because I don't like the Benefactus model. I've made that very clear. So I'm always thrilled to see different hobbyists take their own run at it.
especially while the Benefactors is still in the box set prison.
Right. This actually, he finished this before the box set came out, I think. June 20... I don't know when the box set came out. He started this long before the box set came out.
It was. I think most likely we started as soon as it got like announced the model,
Mhm.
and obviously we know it's in box set prison. It's still got another thing, at least 2 months until it can be on parole.
Oh, you think so?
But yeah, it's just like because I know it's a. I'm not the right word for it. The name for it, the Neurotyrant brain.
Yes, Neurotyrant head.
It's just a bit I like about it. It's just like the lot of the newer kits that have come out for Tyranids really have opened themselves up for conversion straight off the bat. But it just fits really well with the body and everything. And I like the staff he's given. I think he's taking. I'm not too sure if they're the new Junestealer claws or they're the Warrior claw, Rending claws, or
Those
Ravener
are, I think
claws.
they're cultist claws.
This
They've got
really.
they've got
Is that right?
they've got stubby little
The-
fingers.
The left arm, definitely, but I'm thinking it could be like I'm thinking it could be a Ravener or a Warrior Rending Claw because of how short they
Maybe.
are. But I'd need
Something about the right arm, like that armor plate
Yeah.
at the shoulder, to me looks like cultist stuff. But who
just need
knows?
to get a few on it. But yeah, it's a really good use of bits. It's a good use of bits of which you still can't really figure out what bit
Does
is being
anyone
used
know
on
what the
what kit.
staff is? The staff looks like someone who's familiar with the line it came from would instantly recognize it, but I do not.
Also, I do like the little tail under the cloak.
Yeah, and isn't that something that the Benefactus has? Doesn't it have like a weird little tail poking out of its cloak? I think that's an element of the kit that he's preserved.
I don't actually know. I've not really looked at the benefits because it just
Neither
wasn't
have
something that
I looked
grabbed
at
me.
it once. I'm like, nope. See you later.
Yeah, so I might get one just so I've got one, but that's it.
Yeah.
Tom Wilson says that he knows Dave Taylor from publishing the art books.
Yes, Dave
And
has made
Mel,
a
the terrain
roaring
books.
trade of publishing art books in the recent years
Yeah.
for different
I was like
community artists, which has been really nice.
the art of, and then insert person's
Did he
name.
do one for Anna? Am I confused?
I don't know if
I
he's
know
done
he did
one.
one for Colonel.
Well, corn now. Yeah,
A03, whatever.
yeah. I don't know. I know they go up as a Kickstarters every so often.
Mhm.
So I know you can do like back orders. And I think I saw them like a salute earlier this year.
Oh, cool.
So as like a little stand. So yeah, they've got loads of them. But I've sometimes been tempted, but I'm just like, I don't have I can't really say I don't have space, but it's I don't really want to get books that are just sitting on the floor in my room. Like, I'm fine with like a box, but a book I don't want sitting on the floor.
Yeah, good point.
But yeah, that is the fame of Dave Taylor.
Yeah, so Dave Taylor, 3rd place. Congratulations, man. Anyone in the chat know what that staff is? Doesn't look like. Looks like
Nothing
Jimmy
yet.
Neutron. I'm not familiar with Jimmy Neutron. But yeah, and that's the same Dave Taylor, Tom Wilson, who publishes the books, definitely.
Yeah.
Like Dave's got Dave's gonna be publishing the 28 mag book, which that I'm interested in. Oh, here we go. We got all these different Sam Lenz, Roman Lepap, all kinds of artist things.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So that was 3rd place for Best Painted, and 2nd place for Best Painted we have Nephilim Painting, who I don't think is a stranger to winning Junestealer / Nidvember events, right, Flynn? Hasn't Nephilim won before? I think Nephilim took a award for Best Painted last Junestealer. Did they not?
I do think Nephilim has placed before, and it's like Nephilim does go for quite a few different things to stand out a bit. Yeah, Nephilim has definitely placed for Junestealer last year in Painted.
Yeah, with it was the Aberrant with the Bone Sword, I think.
Yes, placing first.
Placing first. There you go. First last year, 2nd this year. Way to go, Nephilim.
I'm just checking to see if they've placed in any other.
Look at you with your documents and coordination. I'm impressed.
It's just called I have a page of the Warp Shadow page loaded up, so I can just scroll.
Useful. Yeah, if you're not familiar with Warp Shadow, this whole contest is meant to be hosted on the Warp Shadow account, which is our account that we created with the same name as the Tyrannid message board where a bunch of us first met. The Warp Shadow account is made for showcasing Tyrannid conversions when Flinhammer has time to post. Yeah, so, and I'm sure these will be going up on Warp Shadow in the coming days and weeks.
Yeah, it will be. So I will just be doing scheduled posts so I can make sure I actually get them done rather than forgetting it all.
Good.
But yeah, so Nephilim has placed before last year's winner for Best Painted.
Nice. Nice. Congratulations, Nephilim. And this is also a model that picks up on the theme for this year, Genestealer's on the Move, because they're on the move. And some nice use of weathering pigments here for the on the wheel and on the base. It really ties it together. That's pretty cool.
What I also like about it is they've kit bashed it because they've taken the Bone Sword Runding Claw Arm from one of the other kits because that's not in the Jackal kit.
Right.
The Jackal kit is basically here's the handlebars.
Here's a bunch of
you can
tools.
take a gun. It's just a gun you can take on it. You can't.
No, there's like wrenches and stuff.
Yeah, it's a gun or a wrench, but it's just there's nothing like you've got like a mutated arm. It is just a normal arm on it.
Yeah.
So they're the most human looking, I'd say, of the cultists that you can get.
Oh, you're right. I hadn't really thought of them that way, but you're right. They are the most human looking of.
Which is why I was thinking like the jacket that when that kit got announced, I thought was going to be the most taken kit bash kit for Imperial Guard for Rough Riders, and I still think it should be.
Yeah. Well, then they came out with actual Rough Riders. Maybe people like their horsies.
I just prefer the bikes. I just think they fit more.
Agreed. Yeah, so great work, Nephilim painting. Second year in a row. Congratulations.
Oh, Diane, I know you like the pose for the bike. That's standard stock pose as well for the bike. That's why I like that kit quite a lot.
Nice. Okay. All right, so that's second place for painting. And now, why is there no comments on this? Travesty. Great
For which
work.
Hello.
Hello? Is he back?
Yes.
Back, yeah. You're joining us just as we're about to go first place for painted.
Woohoo! Bring it on.
There we go. I've just informed Nephilim that they won. Or that they got a thing. Because apparently there was no comments on this post. That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Wait, did I like it? Oh, too late. Should be liking all these posts. I'm such an idiot. Oh, look. I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, I didn't like this one. And this is my favorite of all the painted entries. I don't know that I follow James Sotero figure art. Maybe I should be. So yes, first place for best painted. Oh, there's all kinds of Space Marines. Not interested. First place for best painted, James Sotero figure art with this excellent. What is this thing called? It's not an aberrant. It's a abominant.
Yeah. Now there is something also with this. So James Sotero is the CEO of Siege Studios.
I didn't know that.
And that's why I did put it in there for the vote bit. He also, the studios, they have their Paint Perspective podcast, and they've inadvertently, not realizing it, they've done a Junestealer cults is their theme for June this year, and he just used the hashtag of Junestealer. I only noticed it after I only noticed like the whole podcast bit, looking into a bit after people have voted.
Oh, so they did their own Junestealer?
So if you go into the post for it and the actual
I read the
description, they've got it there about this is blah 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 for what we've done for the C Studio Junestealer thing.
Okay.
But they still used our hashtag, so you entered our competition.
Congratulations, you got best painted in our competition. Look at us.
Without even realizing you entered it.
We're franchising.
Yeah.
Oh.
Share the love.
Okay. So yeah, best painted. Congratulations. What I like about this is I like all the like dark tones on the model and like very bluey tones. The purple and the blue, kind of tealy blue. And then how much the orange on the power hammer and the cult sigil stands out in contrast to all those tones.
Yeah.
And all the micro scratches are nice.
Yeah.
What I also think is interesting is that although it's very dark, it's still a readable miniature. You can still pick out the details.
Good point. All right. Next up, let's move on to. Is it art?
God, no, it's not.
Oh no, sorry. Okay. I have it. So yes. So what we did is this was best painted, best converted, and if you were closely following Junestealer hashtag entries, all that kind of stuff, you might be like, "What the guys? Were you asleep at the wheel? Why did you not award anything to Vox Patina, who has been doing some exceptional work throughout Junestealer with some super innovative Junestealer cult conversions? These are wild. I had not seen these at all until I think wasn't Darth Bob the one who's like, guys, how did you not get Vox Patina's Junestealer cult stuff? And Flynn, you said you had Vox Patina on a list, but you missed them or something? I don't know. What was it?
So when I was posting the links for everything, I actually had posted it in the first set of posting it, then I was like, hang on a minute, I've missed a load of other posts. And instead of being like, oh, let me just add them at the bottom, because I wanted to have the image show for it, and I had a long bit of a day.
Okay.
I just went and changed the ones underneath it and forgot to put that one back in.
Oh,
So I
damn.
might have missed some others out and stuff. But I
That
know I had
stinks.
that first one for Vox Patina.
Okay, cool. Well, fortunately, the error was realized. Unfortunately, it was realized after everyone had voted. So we wanted to make sure that we included Vox Patina as a honorable mention for being super awesome and doing a pile of very innovative Junestealer models. Like, this stuff is excellent. So go check out Vox Patina. Hold on here. Go check out Vox Patina because there's some really cool kind of like alternative Genestealer cultist stuff, which is very, I'd say, like Ink 28 inspired, very grim dark. If this is your alley, this is going to be right up your alley. This isn't really my alley, but I just appreciate it so much. And even this, like, this is a Kellermorph, but they've used a Genestealer skull with a little bit of sculpting on it. That's really cool. It just totally changes the model for me. And then they even went so far as to create a vehicle for this cult. This amazing... How do these things not want to show on my screen? This amazing rock grinder. Like, which was like converted with like a lower jaw from a skull. It's
oh yeah, that's
this very much
freaking
reminds
awesome.
me of Definitely Not Panicking style of miniatures.
Yeah, totally not panicking.
Sorry, totally not panicking.
Yeah.
And there's I think there's a shot in here. Yeah, here's a shot of the actual bits that were used, just to show like the diverse range of bits.
That's so wild.
Super
Yeah.
cool.
And I feel with the thing that I'm building right now, I'm very inspired by that.
Good. Yeah, so I feel like Vox Patina could have given anyone in the conversion category a run for their money. That's why I wanted to make sure that we included their entries, give them their own recognition, special recognition, as not an honorary. I don't know how to say it. They're another winner. They're a winner in their own category. They win the Vox Patina Awesome Genestealer Cult non-standard Genestealer models category.
They get the Vermis one, the most committed to the event, because Vermis did so many last year for the artwork.
Yes, you're right.
Vox has done the most Junestealer posts this year, so that's the most committed.
Oh, nice.
They get the Vermis. How do you call that?
Honorary award? Vermis title?
Yes. Yeah, the Vermis title.
Nice. I like it. And that, if you're not familiar with Vermis, you need to check out Vermis's profile. There's a high honor to be named with the Vermis title. Okay, so yes, great work, Vox Patina. Thank you so much. And also, you know that this is like quality stuff because Mold is like, bruh. Mold also makes really unique miniatures.
Yep.
Okay, so that wraps up the conversion and painting categories. Now we move on. Is it artwork?
It is.
Okay. Sorry, I'm sculpt while I'm trying to run this thing.
Yeah.
And first up in the artwork category is an upset, because I mentioned earlier, stream hosts are not allowed to win anything in Junestealer, but our very own Mr. Hydra came up with this damn cool piece of art for Junestealer. And it was unlike solicited. He was just like, I'm gonna make some art for Junestealer. Here you go. You can use this as the logo. And though we didn't wind up going with this as the logo, it was pretty much a unanimous decision among the stream hosts that you definitely deserve to win something for this Hydra because it was so great. So I think Kajan actually said that he considered he would have considered this best overall for Junestealer. So congratulations, Hydra. You are 3rd place in the art category
Thank you very much.
for Junestealer 2024 with this super cute piece. Would you like to thank
I
the
feel-
Academy? Do you have anything you want to say?
Yes.
How'd you get inspired?
I don't know. It started somewhere that I wanted to have like I had this weird image of the Genestealer Boy Scout,
Oh, cute.
and because they're going from door to door and traveling lots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I figured that would be fitting, and yeah, kind of went from there.
Oh, cool. Oh, I love it. In fact, I still haven't like what I like to do with Junestealer. We don't have any prizes, but what I like to do is get the logo for the year done as a sticker and send it to
Yeah.
people. I haven't done an amazing job of that so far because it's mostly been an idea in my head. But I have the stickers for the previous years, and Flynnhammer has a record of the winners. So I got to reach out to the winners, get their postal addresses, and then I got to make stickers for 2024 from the amazing art that Tactical D-Bag and and Deshande collaborated on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when I do that, I think I'm also going to get a sticker made of this guy because he's awesome.
Yeah, look at him. He's so. I don't know why, but he looks so enthusiastic.
Yeah,
oh
he looks
yeah,
jolly.
Gonna do that. Okay, let's go to Terra. Okay,
It's-
let's go.
For me, it's Russell from Up.
Oh, the scout boy,
Yeah.
little scout boy from Up.
Explorers, caca.
I didn't know what his name was.
How could you not?
I've only seen Up once. I didn't. I was too old, I guess.
Me
So, yeah.
too, because I haven't seen it once.
Oh no, it's pretty good. You can watch it with your boys.
Wow.
It's totally kid friendly.
Okay.
Except for the first 10 minutes, you will be crying. It's got the
Well.
best love story in 10 minutes that you will ever see on film.
Good. Take your word for it.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's worth watching, and it's a Pixar movie, so quality.
Good.
Sorry, I just saw something from Raid on the chat.
What?
Raider goes, now I have an idea for a Genestealer Jehovah's Witness, and I'm thinking of, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, the Four-Armed Emperor?
Oh my,
Nice.
pretty cool idea. Okay. Yeah, so congratulations, Hydra, and thanks for making this awesome piece of art. And I love the
Thank you.
little creepy thing in the backpack. Like he's
Yep.
taking a little bit of the Genestealer curse with him wherever he goes.
Yeah, don't look too close to the back on the backpack. It
Yep.
might look back.
All right, cool. Yeah, so 3rd place, great work. And 2nd place for best art for Junestealer is the Bleached Eye. So I think Hydra brought
Oh,
this to us, didn't he? Wasn't it you?
I don't know. Maybe. No, I don't know.
So,
Yes, I did.
talks
Yes, I did.
about
I posted
before.
in his comments that this could be for a Junestealer.
Nice. Glenn, what were you going to say?
So yeah, we've mentioned about like the Bleached Eye before, and it was brought up on last stream as well for it. But Hydra has definitely talked about the Bleached Eye's art style way before, and I think we've seen like 1 or 2 of them before the last stream as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love this piece. So stylistic. So creepy. Like, it captures the cult creep very well.
Yep.
So
His style is very, very creepy altogether, but this really, does it.
So definitely check. Did I wait? I haven't let. Oh god, I'm the worst. Do I follow the Bleached Eye? No, I don't follow the Bleached Eye. I should. Oh wow, there's some really good stuff in here. I should definitely follow the Bleached Eye. Let's fix that problem right here. Like, look at this like creepy Eldar. Oh man, so cool.
Lots
This
of
looks like
creepy
this
stuff
reminds me
going
of
on.
Morkborg
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
if I don't get me wrong, but he was pretty early on with working for 28 mag
Okay.
or with,
Yep.
so
Got
that
some
might be.
Fimir, my favorite. Oh wait, where'd it go? I clicked a Fimir. Fimir Friday.
Cool.
Sorry. Okay, I'm getting off track. Yeah, check out the Bleached Eye because there's some good times right here to be had. Okay, I need to stop. And so that was second place in art. Man, this category is popping. This art category. So with Hydra in third, with Bleached Eye in second, who could possibly be first? Who could possibly take first in this art category? It is none other than Tom Boyle, High Fleet Thulian, who was the artist I commissioned to do the new Warp Shadow shirts, actually. So I maintain this is not an inside job. This is just a really awesome piece of artwork. And this is not the first time that High Fleet Thulian, Tom Boyle, has done cool Genestealer artwork. He did a Genes, the female Magus, a version of that. I think he did one of a version of the, what's the Saper called? The lady with the bombs.
Yeah,
What's she called?
Saboteur.
Saboteur, thank you. Yeah, and for this Junestealer, Tom did a Goliath rock grinder with its Genestealer crew just kind of like hanging out, and I think this is really cool. What do you guys think?
I love that he kind of puts things into perspective when you look at this massive wheel up front and the tiny dude next to it.
Yeah, you're right.
I think the whole piece really benefits from that we see things. Well, we all have seen that rock grinder thing, but now we see it like from a different angle.
Yeah, kind of in like a more, I was about to say realistic, but I guess it's not that realistic. I don't know.
I think it's what I like about it so much is that it's over exaggerating a bit,
Yeah,
but not too much. It's still believable.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That makes it so good.
Great work, Tom.
So good.
As usual, being a loyal servant of the cult with really cool artwork.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, this is me sculpting and trying to do this at the same time. Yeah, so first place, High Fleet Thulian. Second place, Bleached Eye. Third place, Hydra. Congratulations to all of our artwork winners. Anything going on in the chat? Saboteur, thank you, Peter, for saving me from myself. All right. Next up, we have the final. This is the final category. Penultimate category, the theme category, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the theme for this year was Genestealers on the Move. So Flynn, do you want to say a little more about the theme and like how you decided on it?
So it was more of a how can we represent moving around, because we've done the ones we've done in the past is just because it's the fourth year. It was first year was just anything Genestealers or Genestealer cults. Then it was anything but miners. So we had quite a bit of a range of people doing different jobs and stuff. And where I know Simon had talked about like a circus, which stuck in my head. Then the last year we did Xenos hybrids, and then Simon's idea of like a Genestealer cult circus kind of stuck in my head a bit, was sticking in my head.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, they do travel around and everything else. So what else could you do for like Genestealers traveling to help spread the Genestealer kiss?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a few ideas of things I wanted to do, and I thought, well, maybe others would have other ideas for the theme as well, because I had a rock band aptly named Genestealer's Kiss, and delivery drivers, so they would go across the hive with a reason to travel around the hive.
Yep.
To be able to spread the Genestealer infestation.
Nice. Yeah, so let's see how it turned out with people interpreting the theme. So third place for The theme, Junestealer's on the move. We have Drank the Paint Water with Hamelin the Joyous. Without a patriarch to guide the thoughts of the broodmine on the shadow of truth, the familiars that materialize in real space are much more tied to the emotions of the crew. For generations, Hamelin has been seen during celebrations playing his pipe. The songs he plays are as hypnotic as the gaze of a pure strain, and visiting guests are too entranced to notice the genetic corruption present in many of the crew's officers. Ooh. I'm obsessed with this model.
That's really good.
I can't
Yep.
tell you how obsessed I am with this model. I love it to bits. I don't even know where the bits came from, but I love it so much. So
This
go ahead.
what I recently learned about this is most of that model is just one model with like 2 bits changed on it.
What?
The head and that Junestealer arm.
Yeah.
Because that Piper body is a normal bit from Age of Sigmar. I can't remember what kid it's from, but I saw it earlier this
Nurgle
week.
guy, is it?
No, it's not Nurgle. I think it's like Flesh Eater's Court or something like that.
Oh. Wow.
But it's going to annoy me if I don't find it. But it was like, I was like, when I realized what it was like that just makes it even better.
Mhm.
Because we always say like sometimes the simplest conversion is a head swap.
Yep.
And that's a head swap and sticking an arm on the back, which just makes it even better than what it already is.
Yep.
Because of how simple it is. Strictly for all of us, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah. This honestly for me could have been best overall. And I can't explain it. I just love it so much.
I think it's the pose. It's the calm and the this resting pose is way more menacing than any weapon wielder you can imagine.
Agreed.
At least that's what it is for me.
Fantastic. Yeah, great work. All right. So that is 3rd place for the theme. 2nd place for the theme, we have Kilo Sculpts. Simon Keeling. This is the Junestealer entry that made me laugh the most, which is a cultist riding a pet Tyrannid, which is super awesome.
That was hilarious, yes.
Yeah, so this is I feel like this is a very direct translation of On the Move. I think it also shows what we said about the Termagants when they were first released. They look like little raptors. And like, you can ride him around like a little raptor. But even like the cool like the reins and the rope on the guy, he's got like a saddle. He's even modified the weapon, the autogun. Pretty awesome. Yeah. You guys have anything you want to say about this?
I absolutely agree. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a little when I first saw it, I thought honestly it's a little bit bold.
Yeah.
To usually orcs would be the ones doing stuff like that.
Yep.
But I absolutely agree. It's a phenomenal idea and great from start to finish.
Great. All right, Flynn, you got anything you want to say?
Yeah, it just fits so well. I think it was just how everything just came together, just worked for it. I think just perfectly.
Yeah. All right. So what do I know? Nice. Okay, and now heading over to, I'll let Hydra take over for hobby time. I should just focus on mouse wrangling.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then for best in the theme category, we have the Biscuit Brown, otherwise known as Martin Jones, with his take on the Junestealer logo, which is amazing. This is hilarious. I thought this was so funny.
Yes.
So Martin messages me on Instagram sometimes, and he was telling me that he's like, oh, I got this Junestealer idea I want to do, but I don't know if I can get the models in time. And I was like, okay, cool. And I didn't really know what he had planned. So as soon as he sent me a picture of this, I'm like, you need to post that on your profile, and you need to enter Junestealer. I love it so much. So
Yeah.
I did not pull any strings or anything. I just let the chips fall where they may, and people voted for it and thought it was awesome. Here, oh wait, hold on. For comparison purposes, here, I don't know if I have the whole. No, I don't have the whole thing. So this is the Junestealer logo that we got for this year that Will, Tactical D-Bag, and Shonday put together. So there you go for comparison purposes. Great job, Martin. You guys have anything you wanted to add about it?
No. Fantastic job. I
Yeah.
laughed. That's what made me laugh the most.
Just when I saw it, I was just there like, yeah. I was just surprised that no one's done that before for one of our poster entries. Like,
Yeah.
done the image for it, which I think was really good.
Yeah, because like
And
we
just
always
shows, like-
have like a kind of like, we don't have like a standard logo. We have like a cool drawing. Like last time it was Simon's drawing of a Junestealer shopping in a grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that the beauty here is that the this works as a model.
Yes.
Like the previous stuff we had didn't really work as a model,
Yeah.
but this just perfectly nails it.
Yeah.
As it has like a little diorama on the base and all that, like everything that is needed for a good model.
Agreed. Great work, Martin. Congratulations. All right, and now for the final category, final best overall for Junestealer. You ready? I don't know if you're ready.
Yes.
Everyone
Insert
ready for
drum roll
this?
noise.
What's that?
Insert drum roll noise.
It is none other than Blitz Mechanica. Woo! Blitz took what I believe is some kind of tank thing from Star Wars, and inspired by a piece of art by Crippled Giraffe, made a Junestealer cult ice cream truck. And Blitz has been thinking about this and trying to solve this project for, I think, years. But he managed to get it like more or less to a point where he's happy about it for Junestealer. So yeah, and it's a beast. It's a big chunky beast.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Uh-huh. So yeah, Flynn, you want to say some words about the ice cream truck?
I just like the fact that it is just the crippled giraffe bit brought to life as well.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
It's
I
just
guess I
stuff.
should
It's
go
stuff
find
of
that.
it. And
Find a reference piece.
uh,
Oh, no, wait.
it's going to be a while to find it. I can find it on the Warp Shuttle one.
Oh, if you could.
Image.
Yes, and
Yeah.
send and put the link in.
Yeah, because it's just works so well, I think, for the whole idea behind it. And yeah, I think Blitz has done a really good job with it, as well as the weathering for it, getting the rust, and especially having the detachable roof as well. I think makes it better, so you can actually see the interior as well. So it feels very lived in and actually is used by a cult.
So I think this is it's some Star Wars tank, and then it's the Ridge Hauler base, and then it's got the canopy is from the Necromunda Hive scenery stuff. Ugh. Anyway, yeah.
Look who's tired.
I'm tired, man. I want to get to so you can talk about Thran Odyssey, because I'm sure you're tired too.
Oh yeah.
But excellent work to all the entries, all the people who participated in Junestealer. The real winners are the friends we made along the way. It's just cool to have like more Junestealer stuff coming out. And cool that Games Workshop planned the Junestealer cult release to kind of sort of correspond with Junestealer. That was very kind of them. Because that was definitely on purpose. Glenn, do you have any final thoughts on Junestealer as the director of it?
Just thanks for everyone taking part and embracing the theme, and just can't wait till we get to November in a few months for that one. But
Cool. I will probably be scrambling to finish my stuff for Visterion, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have for November, but we'll see. But yeah, if you missed Junestealer, definitely start planning for November, because we do have NIDS in November. And there will be a new theme this year. We've had some conversations about it, but we're going to save that. Oh my god. Sorry, save that to reveal later. The show?
Good.
Okay. And without further ado, because Hydra has been so patient and he is also very tired, let's get on to the second segment of tonight's stream. Now that we're finished with Junestealer, congratulations to all the winners. We are going to be talking about a indie miniature game that came out called Thran Odyssey.
Yep.
Hydra, take it away. What is Threnodyssey?
Thran is a game that is around for a while now. Not super long, but it's not invented yesterday.
Yeah.
It's published or thought of by the profile called Super Claymation on Instagram. Yeah, it's as all the indie games, all the good indie games. It's a free downloadable game that you can build, miniatures for with whatever you want. And of course, this is already 10 points in my book, so you don't have to buy anything in particular. And so the basic idea is, so let's start with the lore, maybe. The idea is to blend elements of cyberpunk with wizardry and necromancers and some kind of Cthulhu-esque motives. There's not Cthulhu is running not around, but the focus is on obviously skulls. One would assume on the first glance that is it's very close to Negative Space 28, which is quite funny because it's also about undead in space. But both authors have developed their games separately, but they are on each other's servers and enjoy each other's games and support each other, which is absolutely great, which shows that this indie scene can be different. We have sadly seen in the past people not behaving very well there.
Oh yeah? Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. I don't want to drop names here, but like you all know that I'm a fan of Necropolis 28, which is a game about undeads, and suddenly there's another game about undeads in a fantasy setting, and they don't.
Okay, I know the one you're talking about.
Mention a word about the existing game about undeads,
and the name is kind of like, well, I don't know. Mordheim is like City of the Dead, kind of. So like, the name is City of the Dead-ish, right? So, oh my god, he made Hungry Hippos.
What?
He made scenery from Hungry Hippos, the game.
Okay.
Do you know Hungry Hippos?
No.
Oh, it's a game where you have these hippos and there's balls, and you press the levers on their back, and the hippo like eats, and it's
okay.
Who can eat the most balls? And he made a grimdark version of it. Oh, he did it for Smash Bash. Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, yes, that was hilarious. Yeah.
Anyway,
okay,
sorry.
so long story short, we have Earth, and at some point, there is in the deep sea, there is like bones of ancient beings being discovered.
Yeah.
And like it basically is as if Cthulhu has existed and has died and has fossilized and has turned into oil.
Oh, interesting.
And this oil is called great old oil, and this has certain characteristics.
Yeah.
It works. It's the best. How do you call it? Fuel energy source.
Yep.
Any human has ever discovered.
Uh-huh.
And of course, the race starts, and they start to harvest this new stuff like mad. The problem is that this does not only this material, this great old oil, is not just only very good for energy, but it also kind of in the long run brings magic to Earth. So it makes reanimation possible, and it fuels all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And as humans are, they dig for that like mad, and by digging, they expose the Earth to it, and at some point, the Earth becomes unlivable on, and at that point, governments kind of topple over and are replaced by something called the High Conglomerate, which is basically just a bunch of mega corporations taking over. And there's a bunch of corporations suddenly ruling the world, and they see that you cannot live on Earth anymore, so they start building these massive spaceships. And these spaceships are like geostationary space stations, which hover over Earth, and that's the only livable place left. And Earth is kind of left to plunder and to rot by itself below. And because no one wants to enter or can enter Earth anymore, there are necromancers who reanimate human matter, like human remains, be it from it can be anything from ashes to bones and stuff like that. And these reanimated things are stuffed into spacesuits and then sent down to Earth to harvest this great old oil.
Oh man.
And that's the that's the basic idea behind it.
Cool. Oh wait, and I pulled up some of your miniatures, because like the thing that sold me on Thran Odyssey was you making sci-fi. Because anyone who's new to the channel, Hydra is one of the greatest hobbyists I know. This guy can do anything. He's good at everything, and he gets stuff done in no time. But mostly his stuff is fantasy, Frostgrave related. Very little science fiction. He got some fish cultists going on, and I made sure to snap those up as soon as I could, because they're freaking cool. But he's been doing a lot of fantasy, and that's cool, and I can appreciate it. But I love your Infinity stuff. I love your like sci-fi stuff. And once you started cranking out Threnodyssey miniatures, I was like, what is this? I need to know more. So the first ones we saw where you used a Vansar model, you put a skull on there and gave it a third eye, and it was amazing. And then some super duper hacker dude screaming skull with a VR headset. It's so good. Yeah. What about these two? Tell me more.
So I bought like way back, like way back, I once started a Genestealer cult with the idea of technological advanced Genestealers,
I want it so bad.
cultists.
I want it so bad. Amazing.
And so when I saw that these boxes from Necromunda were sort of selling, not really, but kind of selling.
They're also they used to be cheap. Like Necromunda gangs used to be super cheap.
Exactly, yeah. And so I bought one of these sets from Vanzar.
Yep.
And I felt that they're kind of dwarfish. They're kind of short.
Yep.
They have weird proportions, so I put them aside. And when I saw this Thran stuff, I tried to think of something where I had sci-fi bodies that I could basically slap just skulls on. And I came back to this Vanzar, and I once again I'm going to dump them back into the box because I still don't like their proportion. This dude is still going back into the bin.
What? You're not going to use him?
I will paint him, but I have built two others by now, which I like even more. So yeah. So what I love about the concept behind Thran Odyssey is, for example, that they Clay, the dude who makes all this, has looked into magic symbols, and the magic symbol for oil from the medieval times are 3 circles. So that's when you go to his profile and you look at the artwork he has commissioned for his setting. These symbols are being used. So you see this screaming cyber skull, and that's one side. So one eye are those 3 lenses, which is the symbol for oil, which is pretty cool because it shows how he blends the different worlds into each other. The lore he has written for the whole setting is amazing. It's very not intriguing. How do you call it when you kind of are sucked into it?
Engaging or something? Or
yeah. So that's one thing. I should stop rambling. So with my he's called a stick candlestick, no, candle maker, I think, like the hacker type. I try to sort of copy this artwork, this pixel art that he had done for the setting.
Yep.
And the beauty of this game is one of the many funny aspects is that for the very first time, I have seen someone incorporating the player of the tabletop into the narration, like into the lore.
Yeah.
Like when you play any tabletop, you are told that kind of you are the general or you are I don't know what.
Yeah.
But it always feels like a little distant because I'm not really the general of an army, like, you know. But in his lore, there are these necromancers who are using something called called Gnostak, which is they reanimate those human remains within the suits. So they basically, these are stuffed astronaut suits, stuffed full with bones and ashes and stuff like that. And then this necromancer can reanimate them, and they are packed into a steel coffin, and they're shut down to Earth.
Cool.
To do their job. And he's sitting in the spaceship in his chair, like hooked up with all those cables and shit. But what happens is that he can project his own consciousness only into one of his strike team members at a time. So his conscious jumps between the
and that's like how the player like works with one model at a time. Cool.
Exactly. So as a player, you are the necromancer who just can control one after another, and the others are just controlled by some subroutine AI shenanigans and kind of kept alive, but they cannot really do anything. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Cool.
And the thing that I'm building here tonight is like, of course, Earth is a desert and a wasteland by now, but there are some there have been some animals and flora and fauna being exposed to this great old oil.
Yeah.
And they have kind of mutated and all that. The mega corporations want to hide this the knowledge of those things from their people, but they're still there. So these monstrosity called things run around, and they are a crucial part of every scenario. So they always are there and are a good excuse to go completely bullshit with with anything. So what Clay did was very smart. He listened to me. Sorry.
Wait,
no,
one question. The so the guy that you made from, like, the miniature you made from the Jalak model with the screaming skull, is that supposed to be your necromancer? Is that you in the game? Or no, that's just
No. That's a hacker kind of type.
Okay. He looks like a hacker, definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That
Clay
was cool.
listened to you.
And what he did was he wrote 3 different lists for people to start off. So if you want to try this game, you can flick to the before the scenario start. There are 3 different lists that you can try out. So you don't, because the basic rule set is pretty simple. But then there comes a shitload of weapon options and add-ons and protection subroutines and hacking programs and all that. And that can get pretty busy. If you like reading different tables, you're fine. But I was a bit overwhelmed by that. And I said, well, I want to start this thing, but I don't know where because it's too much for me to process. And so he wrote 3 different lists so you can start. He wrote a starting scenario. And of course, with every scenario, there's one of these monstrosities being a crucial part of it, being like a massive NPC running around the table, crushing your units or the enemy's units, which is, I think, pretty smart to have like a he calls them boss monsters, something like that. Not having them appear by chance, but being already on the table from the very beginning. So you have to deal with 2 different things, and probably there's a way to kind of lure the monster into your enemy's lines and stuff like that. So that's pretty fun.
That's your boss monster that you're working on.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. I look forward to your better pictures of it, because I feel like your webcam is doing a decent job, but let's just make it bigger. Oh, whoops, what have I done? No, what? Why am I... Go away.
I'll post pictures on Instagram.
Sweet.
So yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
I wanted to ask you more about the miniatures that you've already posted on your Instagram from your Thran Odyssey work.
Yeah.
Do you know where the name comes from? Thenodyssey? Such a... I don't know.
I have no idea. A friend of mine who I'm going to play with said that he thinks that, or he explains it to himself because of the odd name that he calls it Threshold Odyssey.
I had something else in my head and I can't remember what it was, but Threshold, okay.
But yeah.
And so you made a second dude using Stargrave models by North Star Figures.
Yep.
I have these models. I'm excited. Now I'm starting to think maybe I should make some dudes for this. And then you put a cool skull on there with some awesome... Are those nail decorations? Or what are they? The metal balls?
No. These are... It's so good that you ask. Remember when I was with you the last time and I went to this dollar store and bought this one massive
you bought the
thing?
beads. You bought a bunch of beads.
Yes, and he said, and you said, what do you use that for? And these exactly are what you use them for.
Oh man, I think I still have those beads that you left here.
Good.
Oh sweet, so
Because
those are
they're
just
perfect for eyes.
Oh man, they look so good. Yeah, because people get like ball bearings and stuff, but these work fine. And then you got so that's your second skeleton dude, and then you got this little mech with a Tau drone with a skull in there. God, so cool. Tell me about the mech.
There are three skulls in there actually. So you have three different unit types. You have a casket, which is basically a humanoid thing.
Yeah.
Then you have a sarcophagus, which is like it's basically a cybot, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you have an urn, which is, and there's in a casket you stuff a whole skeleton in, and into the urns you stuff the leftovers inside.
Okay.
So to control it. So this is my urn. That happened because Clay made these three rules, three lists, and in the list that kind of was closest to the stuff that I have already built, there was an urn, and then I needed to build one, and I always wanted to use a Tau drone for something because they have this very unique dome shape.
Yep.
And I was at the beginning, I thought that I wanted to make something like Medusa, like those floaty things in the sea, no brains and all that.
Oh, you meant like a jelly, like big giant jellyfish.
Oh, jellyfish, yes, of course, yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to have cables hanging down and all that, but I wasn't sure, and then I thought, okay, I wanted to have legs, to run around on little legs, and try it myself with sculpting stuff like that, because I didn't have any fitting bits. Sorry?
Like sculpting rectilinear stuff at this scale is not easy.
It surprisingly was.
Oh, well, you're also very good at sculpting, so.
Well, what I've found out is that it depends where you push the putty. So I started when you go back to the one where you see them from the side. So I started with circles on the joints, and then filled in the gaps between them by putting a kind of a sausage there and just squeezing the sausage flat. And when you try to squeeze the sausage evenly flat to both sides, you get a sharp edge to the sides.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's me building skeletons in space.
You want to say anything about your third skeleton with the eyepiece?
Oh yeah, he was again me looking at the list, seeing what Clay have written into that list. And one was having a heavy machine gun. And I figured, okay, heavy machine gun, that's pretty easy. But I felt like I always cut the models at the hip and bend the torsos forward.
Ah, yeah, so they look more shambly.
Yeah, so they have this bend over look. Yeah, and so then I placed those. Then I placed the weapon there, and felt that it was very heavy on the front, and so I placed a backpack on the back, and then I put the skull on it. And I want to have the artwork is pretty amazing because it's this pixel art in the rule book, and it depicts different kind of skulls, adorned with different kind of either cables or other stuff. And so I want to have different heads for the things. So I wanted to have basically the old Servo skull from 40K, like having a skull and one bionic eye on one side, but I couldn't find a fitting bit in my bit box, so I went with the with the old green stuff trick and put some green stuff on it, and then I suddenly had way too much green stuff there, and I thought, well, I could reduce it or just go over the top and make it big.
I like it.
What I use for the lens there is these beads from those dry packages. What are these called?
Silica beads.
Yeah, silica beads. Yes.
Oh, great. Okay.
Because in different, if you have a larger pack, they come in different sizes in there.
Yeah.
Which are great for stuff like that, especially when you have putty to shove it into. Then you don't have to worry about cutting it or anything. That works pretty well.
Nice.
Cover it in super glue and you're good. Yeah, that really worked well for me.
Perfect. And then your next stop is the big beast you made tonight.
Yeah. I just don't have the energy in me tonight to finish the head and the details.
Don't worry, I don't have energy in me tonight either. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Flynn, do you have energy left in you? I feel like we've lost you.
No, I've got absolutely no energy left.
Okay, I think we should all call it because we have no energy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for hanging out. Was that?
Just wanted to say I need to hit the sheets. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. It's hours before I hit the sheets, and I feel like I could hit the sheets now. Well, thank you to the three. Oh, damn it! I just realized that I asked people from the other stream hosts to write comments on different models, and Darth Bob did, and Kajan did, and we didn't read them.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hold on a sec. So, just quickly, I'm sorry that I forgot to do this earlier. It's been a long day. So I asked the different hosts to write stuff about like which models really spoke to them. And for Darth Bob, he said that I think the model that really blew me away was Two-Headed Mini's conversion. What I really love about it is that it captures an aspect of the Genestealer cults, which I really think has been missing from the official line of models, which is this really weird alien look. I think the old space miner theme is too homogenous and stale, and I always commend hobbyists that think outside the box with their weird tyrannic mutants. I like it when Genestealers are unique and outside the box, and this hunchback monstrosity is a great example of that. So thank you, Darth Bob, for contributing that. I fully agree, as I've already said, that I love this thing. Okay, so Kajan wrote a novel.
Oh shit!
I'm just gonna try and pull up the right posts for it.
Dudes, would you be?
You go ahead. Go ahead. Go run.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
I'm falling apart.
Don't worry.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night. And then there were two. Don't worry, Flynn. I'll wrap this up quick. I promise.
Okay.
I think... Kajan was looking for a different one. Where's the canvas? Ah, here we go. All right. So Kajan said that... I was like, Kajan, tell me what you liked. He talked a lot about what he didn't like.
Yeah.
So interesting, like, to read this after what Darth Bob shared, because Darth Bob said, you know, what I like is going more monstrous, more tyrannid, more alien. Kajan is the opposite. Kajan feels that you shouldn't go too monstrous, too alien. They should still be recognizable Genestealer cultists. So Kajan really liked this canvas from Conversion from Cry for Paint. Cry for Paint won for their Death Cult Assassin, but Kajan really liked this one. And similarly, really liked Herr Sobek's Navigators. And he said, I really liked the Navigators and the Clavis. To me, those are the ideas I love about Junestealer, when people go nuts with their ideas for the cult. Blitz's ice cream truck is another good example for this. In my book, we always lament on these streams that there isn't enough diversity among the cult out there, and I find the idea Herr Sobek had with his Breachers and Navigator to make the cult of the stars to be what I love and what to see more of. Mostly because I myself struggle to see the cult outside of the confounds that they exist in today. Yeah, so he says the hardest thing for him with Junestealer is finding new ways to look at the cult while still keeping them as cultists. And thus I have mad respect for anyone in the community that manages what I am struggling with and takes the cult in a new direction while maintaining the cultist aspect of it. That's cool. So the two of them had kind of like opposing views on this. So glad that they both contributed their feedback. Flynn, thank you for running Junestealer, man.
That's all right.
Always so good to encourage people to do more cool conversions, and this is a great way to do it. So I really appreciate it, and I hope you had a good time.
Yeah. That was a good month.
Good.
Good to see it grow as the month went on as well, especially as the Junestealer cult's got a new codex as well, which really, I think, did help a lot for it.
Perfect. And yeah, well, we're all looking forward to Nidvember come November. So you can now, I guess, turn your mind to that. And we'll look forward to seeing, having further conversations about what the theme can be and all that and how we're going to roll it out. But yeah, just seeing how it goes.
Speaking of future things, the poll, I think we're going to just touch on that.
Oh my god, I forgot about the poll! Ah!
So it has finished.
Poll. Okay, I'm a mess today. I'm a mess. Here we go. Mr. Pink's next video should be Hobby Shop Tour, Quick and Dirty Urban Bases. Fantastic. Thank you to the 18 people who voted. I really appreciate it. Especially because I think I wanted to do the Hobby Shop more than the bases. Because I think I need to film a lot more for the bases, whereas I think I've filmed everything I need for the Hobby Shop. I just need to edit it. So there we go. Perfect. We're all on the same page. That's what I'll turn my head towards for the next video.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, and Dan Kaplinger, I know Hydra left, but thanks for teaching us about a new game. Yes, we're gonna have more of that from Hydra because Hydra is so into finding new miniature agnostic independent games. So I want to get more of them on the stream. So we'll definitely do that. Peter, you're gonna get more info about Nidvember in September or October of this year. That's what I'm gonna say. Sound good, Flynnhammer?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Flynnhammer, thank you so much. And we will stream with you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.